So we're back. We got our bus and the bulldozer, which I took apart early spring. Well, it took forever to get parts. I just cleaned the leaves off it. But there's our motor, all rebuilt, ready to put back in. There's also a cylinder there, which maybe we'll get on the excavator today. Just rebuilt the bucket cylinder on there because it was leaking real bad. But for right now, we're going to try to put this motor right here, put all the hood, everything else back on, and really hope the steering clutches didn't stick while it was sitting. So I guess just give me some comments, like it, subscribe, whatever you want to do there. Much appreciated. But hang on here and we'll get this baby together. So hope you enjoy it. Let me know. Alright, I got the main 4 bolts attaching the engine. There's 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. It's pretty darn simple on these things. Those are all bolted up. I'm going to start putting all the wires and bolts back together, and I think I'm just going to bring it back after, because quite honestly, you aren't going to be able to tell what I'm doing. So, we're going to take the train off and keep putting it together. I did it right, it doesn't move. This will get this out of the way, and I can attach all, there's probably 6 wires in there isn't much. These old machines are pretty simple. So with that out of the way, I'm going to hook up power steering lines to the pump. I'm going to put the starter in, hook up the wires to the starter, hook up the tach, the temp gauge, oil pressure gauge, alternator, and the oil cooler lines on the far side. And then I got to stick the block heater circuit back in. It was done kind of weird. I wanted to cut the hoses to the right length, so I didn't do those yet. And then fuel into the filter and from the return lines. And then I think it'll be time to check fluids, fill it up and prime it, and see if we can get started. So I'll bring it back when when there's something else to see. Alright guys, so moment of truth here. I got the whole nose on. It's full of coolant, it's full of oil. Power steering lines are all hooked up. I think everything's hooked up here. The only thing that's, I'd like to put a new fuel shutoff wire on. It's got a bunch of cracks in it, but I don't have any with me. But that's hooked up for now. And I'll have to double check the headlights, but all the injectors are cracked. We're going to see if it turns over. Better turn over. Fuel system is bled out. It actually gravity bled really well. I opened up the bleeders on top of the filter. Started coming out of the first one, closed that, and came out of the second one. So I got the lines cracked. We're going to crank it and see if we can get her to go. Got a battery shut off and an ignition. Power. Well, that sucks. Tells me I got a problem in my wiring. Got fuel out all three. I'm gonna tighten those up. Alright, so all three injectors bled. I'm going to take a minute and try to figure out the starter switch because I need to figure that out at some point, and I think it's pretty simple. I'm just going to open the dash up. These wires are, well, it's been modified over the years. Let me leave it that way. So I just need to trace it out and see which one goes to where it is. Alright, give me a minute. I'll be back. Well, I thought I didn't have any wire, and then I realized I've got a bus. It donated some wire. So, we're going to try to start it. Now we got some coolant overflow. We're just building pressure that fast. Gauges. Yep, voltage went down, pressure went down. I'll have to figure out what's going on with the temp gauge. But there it is, that's our first start. So, she runs, she lives. Alright, we're going to try to start it again. So, You saw me get it going. Coolant was blowing out the radiator cap, meaning that MaxiForce head gasket, I got a MaxiForce kit for this thing. It's just a aftermarket brand. I was warned their head gaskets are junk. Well, the head gasket was letting the cylinder blow pressure out the radiator cap before it even fired the first time. So I'd say it's a junk head gasket. It looked fine taking it out. I just put an OEM John Deere head gasket in here. I cranked it over to prime the fuel system up. That didn't come out the radiator cap, so I think we're probably good here. We're gonna start it up and break it in and drive it around. So hope you like it. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. We'll be using this dozer a bunch in the woods. I gotta figure out how to film all that, but I'm gonna try to film doing a bunch of dirt work for you guys. I was looking at the break-in on the John Deere manual, and you're supposed to give it like 10 minutes low idle. 10 minutes a little faster, and then you're supposed to drive it at low load for I think half an hour. I'll look into it. But you kind of build up, and then you're supposed to really load it up at the end and let it cool off, and then retorque the head bolts. So, see how it goes. Well, that started off pretty well. The only thing that's not working right now is the winch. And I do remember in the book somewhere there's a PTO disconnect lever. I think it's under the seat. We'll find it. Look in the book. But looks like we got a running dozer. So like, subscribe, comment. Hope you enjoyed it.